These are the best decks for every single arena in Clash Royale, and I will show you guys exactly how to push trophies with them easily. Arena 1. All you need is a super basic giant mini pekka deck, because most people here are beginners or they're just classic bots. We got the Musketeer in this deck because we can snipe the opponent's Goblin Hut or Goblin Cage, which lets your giant go straight to the tower, which usually wins you the game. Bingo. Arena 2. The best deck for Arena 2 will be this giant Valkyrie deck. You unlock the Valkyrie in Arena 2 and it's broken versus any swarm card in the game. All you gotta remember is save your mini pekka in defense versus the giant, and once your mini pekka takes his giant out, use your own giant to counterattack with the mini pekka and you're golden. Arena 3. The only deck you need for Arena 3 is this giant fireball bait deck. The whole point of this deck is to get them to use their spell on the Musketeer, Goblin Hut, or the Archers so that the other two cards get a lot of value. You unlock the Barbarians and Mega Minion in this arena, making Fireball one of the most important spells to have. Keep in mind that the Battle Ram is unlocked as well, making the Mini Pekka one of the best cards to have to counter it. Arena 4. This is a very important arena as the Inferno Tower is unlocked, making the giant useless as it gets melted by the Inferno Tower. Don't be worried, there's a way to bypass the Inferno Tower, and it's with this minion trick where you place it right down the middle to distract the Inferno Tower and use the newly added Wizard to snipe it down. The Wizard is one of the best cards to be using in Arena 4 as it fully counters pesky ass cards. Remember, the key to winning is counterattacking after a good defense in this arena. Before we move on to the next tip, make sure to like and hype the video and join the Discord group, which is linked in the description of this video, where we talk about everything. Arena 5. This is where you unlock one of the most iconic win conditions in this game. The Hog Rider. This deck is ridiculously fast and guarantees you more of a chance to get to the tower and deal damage. The giant just does not make the cut in this arena as it gets melted once again by the Inferno Tower. I like the mini pekka in this deck just because it provides a lot of defensive stability and can be used to counterattack with the Valkyrie. The Zap is a new spell that you unlock which helps delete swarm units like it never existed. This also helps reset troops or buildings, which can get you that extra shot with the Hog. Arena 6. This is where people unlock the Pekka, and it's not a good look for the Giant or the Hog as it gets belted by the Pekka. This is the best deck for Arena 6 hands down, as you technically have two win conditions: the Goblin Barrel and the Rocket. The Pekka gets violated by the Witch and you will have a counterattack in no time unless they use a spell which puts them at a disadvantage elixir wise. Even if you cannot get damage consistently with the Goblin Barrel, try to start rocket cycling in double elixir time. Never ever try to rocket cycle in single elixir time unless your opponent gives you a lot of value by playing a card next to the tower. There are a lot of swarm killer troops like the Valk and the Witch, which are going to make things a lot easier as there will be a ton of bait cards being used in Arena 6. Arena 7. This is the best deck for Arena 7 without a doubt, as it essentially has three win conditions. The Prince is not really a win condition, but when paired with the Valk, it becomes unstoppable. People usually overspend to defend this push, which leaves you open to getting free damage with the Hog on the opposite lane. If you have a choice to pick an Evo, pick the Evo Valk or Evo Witch as it's broken right now. You have two win conditions, the Hog and the Goblin Barrel, which is going to make things impossible for your enemy. The Witch is one of the best counterattacking cards in the game right now and is very good at baiting spells, which is monumental when you want to get that damage with the barrel. You don't have a lot of air counters, so try to attack opposite lane if they pressure you with air troops, as this deck has 3-crown potential. Arena 8. This is the 2.9 elixir Hog Cycle deck with the Valk, and it's the best deck to be using in Arena 8 as it covers all the bases on defense and you have a solid win condition on offense. You unlock the Ice Golem and the Ice Spirit, but in the current meta right now, playing Valkyrie or the Valkyrie Evo with the E-Spirit is undisputedly the way to go. The Vine is a broken spell to have in your deck instead of the Zap because it gets you more value than you expect all the time. You have the Cannon and the Musketeer as a primary way to take out your opponent's attack, so make sure you space them out and don't give them spell value, which is essential. If your Musketeer survives and you had a good defensive sequence, pressure with the hog, and that's gonna get you a lot of damage most of the time. Arena 9. This is the best deck for Arena 9 as you need a fast-paced hog cycle deck. We have the newly added Vine spell which pairs up so well with the hog, giving you more damage than ever. The Witch is a perfect card to be using alongside the Bomb Tower, as there are going to be a lot of people using bait cards in this arena. The counterattack potential with this deck is immense, and I highly suggest you getting the Evo Witch if possible. You can even use the minions plus Valk push to apply pressure, which can be very scary at times when your opponent has no spells in cycle. Arena 10. This Furnace deck is actually so broken that all you have to do is play Furnace at the back, and once it's close to the bridge, use your mortar and try to protect it when needed with the goblins or minions. This deck cycles so quick, you can get to a second Furnace easily, which will spawn a lot more Fire Spirits on defense. Your Evo Mortar when protected with the Knight and the Furnace is gonna be a game changer as you get tons of damage when it connects to the tower in double elixir time. The only tip with this deck is to not to over defend the Mortar in single elixir time, as it can put you at an elixir disadvantage and potentially lose your tower. Before we get into Arena 11, make sure to like the video and join the Discord group, the link is down in the description. Arena 11. This is where you unlock all the legendary cards, and this deck I'm going to share with you is an absolute cheat code. I feel like a piece of crap, but this Mega Knight Evo deck with the Prince is actually unplayable. It's like playing the game on easy mode. I hate the Mega Knight Evo, but this is the easiest deck to be pushing up, because all you have to do is play Mega Knight at the back and then the Prince and keep your Zap ready, and that's basically tower for you. This deck has both the Witch and the Mega Minion to attack air troops, and the counterattack potential with this deck is very scary. You can come back no matter what in double elixir time, as it's pretty much a beatdown deck. The Freeze as a spell comes in clutch as no one expects it, making 3 crowns easy. No problemo. Arena 12. This is the arena where you unlock the most annoying card in this game, the Firecracker. This Hog 2.9 rapid cycle deck is what most pro players use to push up their ranks, and this will be cracked in Arena 12 as well. Since you have such a fast deck, you can outcycle your opponent's counter to your Hog and get more damage, leaving your opponent in a messed up cycle. You can either use the Firecracker or Valk Evo depending on your preference. I personally like the Valk Evo as the Vine is being abused in the meta and fully takes out the Firecracker Evo. The Firecracker Evo gets a lot of value even if they do have a spell, as just one shot deals a ton of damage, which makes the Firecracker Evo a viable option as well. Once their tower is under 600 damage, you can start the Earthquake cycle if it guarantees more for damage than the Hog if it's a hard matchup. Arena 13. This Goblin Hunt Graveyard deck is the best Arena 13 deck because of how defensively strong it is with the Valk, Witch, and the Ice Wizard combo, which are the best defensive cards in the game right now. The whole point of this deck is to defend as efficiently as possible and then counterattack with the remaining cards that you have on defense. You want to use your graveyard in double elixir time as you defend much better and the counterattack is a lot stronger, especially when you know what your opponent is running. Arena 14. This is the best deck for Arena 14 as it's the ultimate high DPS ground deck. The 3 crown potential with this deck is very high, and even if your enemy is running a deck with air cards, you can just simply ignore it and go for a tower trade. Try to use the Musketeer to bait out a big spell, and if your opponent actually uses a spell, then play your Sparky in the back and then support it with a Goblin Giant, which is a cracked combo, which almost always gets damage. Since it's a beatdown deck, which basically means that it's a heavier deck, you can take damage with this deck and convert that into an elixir advantage where you can build your own push and decimate your enemy's towers. The E-Barbs plus Rage combo is unstoppable as well in this arena, as the Rage takes out any pesky cards. This is probably one of the easiest decks to be using right now. Arena 15. This is an iconic version of Hog Cycle, and it's where you unlock the Tornado, where you can finally pair it up with the Evo Executioner, which is broken right now. If you have another Evo slot, the Valk Evo is a must-have. This is the ultimate Hog deck to go to as you have 2 win conditions, the Hog and the Rocket. You can start the Rocket cycle once you have a good amount of initial damage from the Hog if it's hard to break through in double elixir time. You have the trifecta, the Valk, the Executioner, and the NATO, which are so solid in defense and are monumental when counterattacking with the Hog. The Evo Executioner is a card that you need to be using right now because it's so good with the Tornado and it pairs beautifully with the Hog on offense. Arena 16. This is where you unlock your first champion cards, and it's gonna be the Golden Knight or the Skeleton King. The best deck for Arena 16 is this double win condition mortar Skeleton Barrel Evo deck, which has so many bait cards, it will rattle your opponent. Try to use your Skeleton Barrel to max out your Skeleton King's ability, and once it's maxed, you can pressure with the minions and then pop the ability, and that's gonna free up your mortar on the other side, and this builds that double lane pressure, which is exactly what you're looking for. The Evo barrel is so broken in this deck that even the E-Wiz doesn't stand a chance with how broken it is and how much bait is going on. The Ice Wizard and arrows are perfect when defending and can help counterattack as well. Arena 17. This is the best Arena 17 deck, and it's this Brit Spam deck with the Ram Rider and the broken ass Boss Bandit, which is still very annoying. There are a lot of top players using this deck, and the basic premise of this deck is to abuse the Boss Bandit as much as you can, get the 3-card cycle, and use its ability to force out more elixir from your enemy. Once you have done that and the counter to your Ram Rider is out of cycle, pressure with the Ram Rider, rinse and repeat while defending with the broken Evo Executioner and dual in pressure, and you should win most of your games. Arena 18. The best deck for Arena 18 is his ultimate log bait deck with the Mighty Miner, which will help you push quickly. The Mighty Miner gives you a 3-card cycle, which lets you cycle multiple suspicious bushes or wall breakers, leaving your enemies stunned. If they arrow your bush, you can just simply pressure with the wall breakers. The Dart Goblin is busted on defense and helps you bait out spells, which is vital for the success of this deck. The Mighty Miner is a true unsung hero of this deck, as the ability could potentially even get you a tower in tough situations. The main tip with this deck is to keep your enemy on his toes and never let him get comfortable with your cycle. You need to be constantly playing cards at the bridge and keep him guessing, which is crucial for you to have success with this deck. Arena 19. This is the best deck for Arena 19. The lightning in this deck provides a lot of defensive value as it helps you take up to 3 supporting troops. Playing your Royal Hogs when they don't have a good counter is going to get you a lot of damage. The Evo Valk is absolutely cracked in defense, and the counterattack potential with her is incredible. Once you defend your enemy's push with the Witch and the Prince, the Royal Hogs paired with them will actually be unstoppable. Arena 20. The best deck for Arena 20 is his Royal Giant Monk deck. Since you have the Monk who's a champion card, you can just play him at the back and get the 3-card cycle and use your Fisherman to pull any troops closer to your Arena tower to get rid of them. Use your Monk, Fisherman, and Hunter combo to DPS down any ground push, and all you have to do is counterattack with the Royal Giant up front. This will get you a solid amount of damage most of the times. It's even better when you have the Evo Hunter supporting your Royal Giant, as it locks the counter to your RG, resulting in more damage. Try to counterattack mostly in double extra time, as you'll have more cards in defense, and that's gonna help a lot with the RG attack. If your enemy spends a golem trying to take your tower, you can just pressure opposite lane or even try to push for 3 crowns to secure the game no matter what. Arena 21. This is the best deck for Arena 21, as most people in this arena will be running a bunch of toxic decks, which only means we have to use a no skill deck, and this fits perfectly. Split Zappies at the back, then use your recruits so that you get the Evo recruits the next time. Use your Flying Machine right down the middle to snipe any cards that they play in the middle, and that's basically it. Play your Royal Hogs if your enemy overspend, and that is going to be a lot of damage for you. The Diddy Cage, the Royal Recruits Evo, and the Flying Machine is going to help you a ton on defense and help you push up no problem. Arena 22. The best deck for Arena 22 is this deck, and you need high DPS cards like the Inferno Dragon that melts cards like the Pekka, Golem, and the Mega Knight. This deck is quite similar to the Goblin Giant deck I shared before in terms of playstyle. Place the Lava Hound at the back, absolutely ignore anything he plays at the bridge, focus on your push, and you'll pretty much get back the damage that you lost in one push. The Inferno Dragon is gonna get you so much value up against tanky cards in Arena 22 as they need to be overspending to defend, which makes this card super OP. The Evo Valk plus the Inferno Dragon combo is broken as the Evo Valk pretty much takes out any swarm units, and the other one is absolutely goated when it comes to DPS. Arena 23. This is rated the second best deck in the game right now with the win rate of 58% on Royale API. This is a classic beatdown deck, which means that you have to be playing slow and single and try to defend his win conditions with what you have. Once his win condition is out of cycle, you can safely go golem at the back. Even if they're back to their win condition, play your witch in a manner that it attacks the opponent's cards while simultaneously supporting your golem. The baby dragon evo plus golem combo is absolutely cracked. Even if they have a mini pekka, it still gets solid amount of damage. Once it's double your time, the game is yours. All you have to do is play golem at the back and then support it depending on the counters that he's gonna have, and you should comfortably break through because of the sheer firepower of this deck. Arena 24. This is hands down the most broken deck in the game right now and is the best deck for Arena 24. I saw a top 10 player in the world using it, so I tried it out, which made me realize how easy it is to win with this deck. When your enemy plays anything heavy at the back, you want to pressure with your Goblin Giant and minions, which is a very underrated combo. Even if you're in a losing position, the Evo Witch is so broken paired up with the Goblin Giant, it's unstoppable. It's like the Witch is immortal. Just a single push is enough to 3 crown and give you the comeback you always needed. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you want to know the secret to skyrocket your win rate in Clash Royale, click on this video. Bye.